Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Fire everywhere for South Nigeria, especially for Edo State. Now, so market na dey burn. Wetin dey put fire for our market for South? Apostle Alfred Uyinosa, the man wey dey talk am as e be, and Victor don come here today. Come put mouth for this matter. Make I leave you, make you hear from Apostle Alfred Uyinosa. Enjoy the video.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on the location you for the connect with us this evening. Una do well when una don't really follow us every day by day. Now God go bless all of una for us. Now no say talk am as it been on the broadcast of truth. We dey talk am as it is. We no dey look anybody face because God never give us the spirit of fear, but of love and of sound mind. So many things they happen for Nigeria. So many things they happen for our country. But this evening, they put mouth for so many areas. Well, no believe me, one day studio this evening, one fine man, he fair past me, whether they bleach, I don't know. Because me, they surprised me, why would he fair past me? Well, if mama fair, my papa black small. So my own means blood. So my brother, they with me this evening.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Depending on where I take the connect us live again today. Thank God that God will give us another opportunity to see this lovely day. My name is Ruben Victor Olise.
If you like to we get one message this evening, Desmond Osawaru greeting from the presidency. Yeah, how presidency? We know say that they do themselves for bubu yeah. Anyway, now waiting they plant, now they will reap. My people, fire for everywhere for Nigeria. In fact, the kind of strange fire when they burn now for our market, me I don't understand. As they burn our market, now so that they burn other area. Why be say now south, southwest, southeast they burn like this? I went this morning, now this afternoon, see Lagos airport fire a day. Why? What did it cause all these things? For Edo, now one particular area, Bubahi, if a terrible fire incident we don't record for that area, it called for serious questioning and investigation. So that's the reason why we call on various relevant authority. May them carry their searchlight, go that area, may they go do their thorough investigation. What be seen at that area, fire the bomb. First of all, they say that they Guinness. The second one, back of Bedeburi, the house Summit, yesterday again, Oregbeni market. So waiting day special for that zone. Because the way some afford the reason, not just the way God to bless us. So 6 months at the reason now. Why be seen at that location with the experience this kind of fire for some days, for some time? This thing calls for serious questioning. And the government of the day must point their searchlight, may they carry out serious investigation on this fire incident, especially on the Ubai Azi. Now, apart from that, if you check most of our market, they put fire. Why did they burn our market? Now, as they burn market, so many families now, all their livelihood now, it all burn. The things they don't gather to take care of the family, don't burn. So, I think, I will make anybody more than not stone me, more than not stone us. But with the reason we are taken out of the boss. We think out of the boss. Why? It busy a little circle. The first one, they say na Summit. Second one, they say na Bedeburi. The third one na Oregbeni market. Why should it be that circle? My people, make we sit down and reason this matter. And why did they put fire for strategic area? Now, when I know the number of people where they don't render homeless for Oregbeni market. People everything they don't borrow money from Lapo. They never feel pay back. Some people don't gather yam when they want plants, they don't burn them. Some people don't gather corn to go plant for rainy season, they don't burn those things. My people, more than they think. So that's the reason why all relevant stakeholders for Edo now must wake up. South, southwest, southeast, una must wake up because there's an underground conspiracy which you never know. There are some things where they see. Make I not to talk and this evening. My brother Victor in this studio go begin to analyze all these things.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us again today. And today we say more check out for this very, very vital topic where we say we'd already outlined them as one of the major threats to sustainable living as a people, most especially for Edo State. If we understand fire very well, we're going to say fire outbursts, depending on your geographical region or your country or your continent. Some fire outbursts, they're natural. While some fire outbursts, they humanly sponsored. For developed world, some countries like the one when I really follow up, Australia experienced thunder fire when they say for weeks, and the fire really eats them, even with their firefighters, with their helicopter and every other thing. But the fire still really chop within one chop before they feel try see how they take curtail am. But for our own country, drag am down enter Edo State, and the fire when they happen for Edo State, and this one no be natural fire.
No.
This one na fire when they humanly sponsored. That means say it gets some set of people when they sit down for one place, they sit down for one place, they say this and this and this should be our next point of agenda, such that we'll probably stir up the fire to spoil the name of government, or we'll stir up the fire to steal, or we'll stir up the fire to ensure say we destabilize them, and many other reasons. Now we come dey ask questions, say who we go hold responsible for this act? Why? Because say in all this we know say e no get country, e no get state, e no get locality when they no dey plan evil. But what makes a state or a country or a community, what makes them outstanding is the proactive measures put in place by number one by the government, number two carrying the people along. So now for example, we like make we point our touch enter markets. Why? Because markets
They're very strategic.
They very strategic. Proud to the elections, 2020 elections, we witnessed the fire when happened for Oba Market.
And other market oh.
If you dey around and you see the fire fully, you just don't say no. Why are people
Being
practically wicked? Why you just decide say one person will just call himself leader? You can't call now. Now can't sit down. You can't tell una say the next thing we want to do now, una need to go put fire. And then those same set of young people, truly speaking, they will come wake up from middle of the night, come go set fire for the market. This is why we say we go streamline everything down and then carry and enter why people they do this thing. And especially we get law for our country when they guide this kind of act. According to the Federal Fire Prevention and Control Act, una guess when they enact this law? They enact this law in 1974, and the major aim why they enact the law now to ensure say this firefighter they stop any form at which fire want to burst out. But if we say we drag am enter Edo State, how many fighter vehicles we get for Edo State? When we say if anything like that dey happen, they go fit swift into action immediately. Number one. Number two, how many of our markets get water? So such that if the fire starts, at least people when they market or when they nearby go fit lay their hands for water. They use a quench the one wey they fit quench before firefighters go come. So if we say make we narrow am down fully, we go realize say these fires when they instigated, these fires are number one politically motivated.
In fact, my brother, now where they go, you don't go hit the knee. I beg, hit her again.
They are politically motivated. And I wan come ask those people when they do am, what do you think? And they ask people when they do am, what do you think really real life?
You want to gain.
What do you really think you stand to gain? You call yourself a Edo man, for example, and you know say about 80% of the people when they sell for that market, they be Edo people.
They be your brother, they be your sister,
Your brother,
they be your cousin,
and your sister. But maybe because say you want show superiority, or you want show supremacy, or you want show one person when they prove to you say you don't get what you fit do, then you can go put fire, or you send people to go put fire for inside market when you know say innocent people when you don't go borrow money for lapo. they get their goods. So I watch one video on Monday for here. The woman almost run mad. If you see the way the fire they move, hey yeah, man, bullet don't move reach am. It was moving. That's what the woman just like that for ground. For night, oh, man like that for ground. He say, "You don't go, you don't go." I just shake my head, shake my head. For this our state, so Edo State, why we go continue as brothers and sisters to dey fool ourselves? Because I call that foolishness.
Foolishness in the highest order. And that's the reason why we go to call on serious investigation on this matter. Serious investigation. Now, in fact, why busy than that Egbobayi angle? Why? Why? Now, as they burn those people shop, you render those people homeless. So when we say that people even manage, even so they even manage go borrow money, not be even lapo. So go carry osusu, or so egbene, or so egbene. Then they take go start business. Una gather mind, una put fire to score political point or what? I don't know the reason behind what you know they do. Whether we don't accuse them, we don't point finger at anybody. Oh. No, but waiting with they talk this evening. Anybody when they get hand for the fire when they burn for our market, and God will kill you.
Amen.
Anybody when know the matter, you they are waiting the planner. Say they want put fire for market, you not talk. Now fire will burn you, burn your generation. As they talk, I'm so that they be. Because the Bible says, suffer not the witch to live. That whatsoever man sow, same shall he reap. Those of you when they plant fire for market, now fire will burn you, burn your generation. As you they render people homeless, as you they render people penniless, now so your own life will become penniless. No matter the level or political party where you belong. As soon as they make people they cry because soon as they burn their property, now so they go still burn your own. You go cry. Nobody go sympathize with you. Nobody go sympathize with your generation. Nobody. Because and don't wait that way or my way that again here. Who did they beat? They don't say me no cry. You go must cry. Time don't reach for all stakeholders to wake up. Make una look into this issue of fire. Not just to let those states. Make una look into the entire south, southwest, and southeast. Because this fire when they burn so, it gets some demonic political order too. Because they burn all this area. so that number one, food will begin to scarce. Like Ogbori in market now, now know the thousands of goods we don't waste, money don't go. Automatically, sir, people for that area now hunger will finish them. So as we dey talk am, we go see also they bring out solution. Now, just as my brother don't talk am, each market suppose get good borehole, big industrial tank. And we go also they recommend for this studio, say each local government suppose get fire service. At least 2. No matter how capital intensive it may be, each local government should have at least 2 fire service units. Like other donors will get 2. Ego supposed get 2. Oriomo supposed get 2. Igbobaka supposed get 2. Ovia North is supposed get 2. Ovia Southwest supposed get 2. The Esa Central, Esa West, all the 18 local government supposed get 2 firefighter. Now, we don't say we get fire vehicle for government house. That one I will take care of government house and GRA as it. Now, let's assume say as far as they born for Mobai, what is the nearest local government? No big Mobaha or Oredo or Ego. They will quick come, go there, go salvage the fire. But how we on earth that a whole state you cannot boast of 5 fire service? No. Error. Now the Bible says that a good shepherd laid down his life for the people. So that is to say, all our political leaders or rulers who are supposed to lay down una life for us. So now we're going to bring out all these points as they pain us. We know firefighter truck, they capital intensive. They can afford it. People can afford it. At least each of the local governments suppose get fire service close to the nearest market. And that's the reason why now we will recommend. And I don't say after they talk, so people say we make noise. We know they make noise. Now, make them set up quick response. Don't buy when you will die quick. Then move around. Now make them set up serious security measure. Now time don't reach for all stakeholders to set up serious security network around our market. When market with the born, those people never see the cover. Till tomorrow they never see the cover. Urban market, people never see the cover. Certain market, people never see the cover. Closer market, people never recover. No, where will they wicked ourselves? So we're going to put all these things down. Sir, are you aware? So if we get this fire service in each of the local government, it will be very easy to combat fire.
Of course.
It will be very easy. Now, apart from that, each local government will get two ambulance. Two ambulance. Each of the local government, go if I too small, and the 3 or 4 stand by. And those 4 ambulance or 5, they go station them around the market. Now, Iselu market, Ogida market, Olia market, they go get one there. In case of emergency. Now, so it be for Western world. And most of all these things now public partnership, PPP. Why? Because now make individual come out, get your own firefighting truck. You enter agreement with the government. That's what it would be. And the waiting me I know for Western world, no big government they run all this fire service completely. Most of these fire service are being owned by private individual working with the government. And they also on that agency, they get their own ambulance. When the people need ambulance, they register with government. So that all these people now they go there for quick response. But what do we have? Nothing. Now, one stop some private individual by setting up your own fire plant, fire safety plant, registered with the government, and the government will see they pay you small money. Then you will see they make your own from there.
How?
My brother, not be say how. My brother, see, in the Western world, let's tell ourselves the truth.
Yeah.
It's just that we should deceive ourselves for this country. We should deceive ourselves for this country. Now, all these private individuals can actually make their money. Which have been making their money. Don't be say how. Go and Google it. Now we're talking about how. But we're talking about capital investment. You invest in business. For example, I, Apostle Alfred, decided to set up my own firefighting truck. I collaborate with the government. We reach an agreement with the government. I don't know if you get them now. Now, instead of government to the runner, I mean the runner.
Yes.
I mean the runner. The government going to support me. Yes. Government going to support me. Why? Because me, I also they render my services to humanity. The government will see they support me to carry out my own business. To also help the government and to help the people. Now, this thing is obtainable in the Western world.
Yeah.
I don't even understand. Obtainable in the Western world. Now, in Africa, black man is not the obtainable, you know why? Because of greed and wickedness. Now, if we're talking about most of these hospitals where people they go, no be government they run those hospitals. Now, private. I don't know if you get the point. Now, private. Now, let's talk about this Kilimanjaro now. This market square. As big as market square is supposed to get one firefighting machine. Outside the one where they get, I don't think they get this fire safety around market square. But they were supposed to get at least one firefighting truck for that establishment. To take care of eventuality for that area. Now so it's supposed to be, my brother. Naturally, now so it's supposed to be.
I mean, I dey try to think from a business angle now.
Yes.
I dey try to think from a business angle, and I dey try to relate them to the reality of making my money back. Why? Because say I know say Nigeria no get system.
Okay, we're talking about the system now.
I know say Nigeria no get system.
Okay.
So that is why it is difficult for individuals to come into the country and they come and do business. Why? If you no get leg inside government, you no fit do business. Now, if you check where we now, if we wan assess who go pay for the fire service when you wan render, let's assume say you get the money now to do the business.
Yes.
Who will pay? Number one. How will they pay? Number two. Who are you servicing? Number three. But imagine say this country, e dey well. You as a citizen, citizens get their social security money wey they get.
Yes.
Government dey do what they supposed to dey do. It won't cost me anything. Say government dey comot 10 naira for my social security to go into one purse for fire service. But as we speak right now, government cannot do that. Why? Because even the government knows that they're not responsible enough for the citizen. That's number one. Number two, I don't analyze, as you talk, I immediately analyze the business. A firefighter truck is about 188 million naira.
Okay, okay.
188 million naira.
Which they can confidently afford.
Of course. The last time when we checked, I think 2019, the federal fire service, federal government give them about 12 firefighting truck worth about 2.2 billion naira. If we analyze them,
that one not be the real money.
Yes, no. If we analyze them, to be honest, we can afford that in Edo State. How do I mean? I'm well informed that our monthly revenue in Edo State is about 2 billion naira. I'm informed about that, and I know that it can be invested if we agree that I see the urgency of this matter. But now, why invest that kind of money in what will not yield profit back to government instantly? So that is where even government too is finding it difficult to ensure that they put the right measures in place to tackle this thing. So if we say make private individuals come commit this kind of money for this kind of business, how do they get that? Okay, if we say,
I'll ask you one question.
Yes, sir.
Are the people not paying tax?
Yes, people are paying tax.
So what the tax, what is it meant for?
What's the tax meant for?
Yes.
The tax is to take care of their needs.
Which of the need?
Any of their needs.
So which means
The government can do it.
the government can do it. So which means this tax when they are collecting now
Yes.
is still part of the social security Now the truth is say, if things they really work, they collect the tax well, and they give back to the people, for them to get problem.
At all.
I don't even get them.
Yes.
Across, I mean, we're talking about the entire country now. In fact, this topic now for the entire country. So we know they narrow it down to one state. We are talking about the entire country. Imagine all these state government they collect tax from the people, and then they give back to the people while have another. Why? Because those tax now the money they collect from us. Now they used to provide all these amenities.
Sure.
I don't even get them now. Now, if we can't narrow this thing down, because they will come at those states. How many firefighter jet do we have? Maybe one.
No, about 3.
About 3. Are they really functioning?
Yes.
Yes. Now, is that 3 enough? No. Capital what? No. Now, maybe there's an incident in Ugbo. Now, only one will come. Water will come finish. Go tell me go bring water come. Before I go carry water come, how should you don't born finish? You don't born finish. Now, all this you they talk, my brother. We're talking about capital is intensive. Our government, they know what they're supposed to do. It's just that they are just being wicked.
Yes. That's what the financing.
They know, see, our government know what they're supposed to do. It's just that they have just been what? Being wicked. Now, other countries will not get oil. Are they not living well? They are living well. Do you know why? It does. Now, imagine me, and they pay almost 20,000 for light, yet I only see light. Every month. Is that not madness? Madness. Why will I be paying almost 20,000 naira for a 3-bedroom flat? No, because I get co-room. I don't get co-room. I don't know if you understand that now. And at the end of the day, I don't see light. So with me, they keep robbing from us to make themselves rich. So this matter, everybody need to really sit down. Look this matter. As of today, if a those state get 20 fire truck, it never reach. That's the truth. So we get 20 fire service truck, my brother, we are good to go. We are good to go. I don't understand. So,
yeah.
So if our government they collect the tax and they use it well for the people only complain. Now for this COVID-19 now, how the government have been responsive to the people? Zero. And everybody pay tax. As of now, the so-called BDC and power darkness, holding darkness, really darkness. Under the COVID-19 and the rest, they're not supposed to collect bill. If I thought they go slaughter and down, they'll say no, because of this, let us reduce it. Our own, no. Different truth, this boyfriend. What is not good is bad. For as not everybody they pay tax, let those money be used for the development of our people. Now let's assume say you tax me for road and you tie road, I don't get problem. But I don't understand. I don't get problem. Water day, I don't get problem. So everybody must put hand together to tackle this menace.
The issue of this tax, I dey try see how I fit dodge am. No, we no pull mouth. Why? Because say if we say more, we dig deep inside. And you try more, no pull mouth.
You get why.
And you try more, no pull mouth.
You get why.
Government across states. No. To be honest,
you get why.
No. But more narrow down our topic. More talk am as it be. At some point, I think 2019, when the fire they occur, I come sit down with my friends. I come ask them, say, you no get what you feed the more just raise.
That's your first caller that day. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Apostle Ulyssa. God bless you.
Amen, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we are hearing you, sir.
Yeah, I've been following your program since.
Thank you, sir.
I was watching Dan EIE when he was showing this one of the victims from the Ramat Park fire incident. Though I collected the number, I will see how I can help the lady, the number and the account, everything. So I will see. Now, back to your discussion, you see, the way our body normally madam, normally, if the previous government, apart from Obemedia and our very present one, if they have been working or have the people at heart, like this present government, all those things we are talking, would have been a thing of the past. Then I was the gentleman by your side, God bless you also, you see, the truth of the matter is, we're talking about ambulance is something that is very good, but the truth of the matter is, even I'm calling from outside the Nigeria anyway. It is private companies that hold, that do that. If the government can promise the people in terms of security mostly, security and life, because those things, ambulance, talk about ambulance, it needs a light 24 hours. If there is no light, most of those equipment, you need light to operate it. It's how probably ambulance have saved somebody, bring them to the hospital, they don't have light to the machine, the necessary machine to continue to sustain the person. What is not a waste. So the governor is trying. The government is trying, let's really, encourage him. We were talking about the tax, what a tax we were paying. The truth of the matter is, it's just 4 years now and 3 months. Now, if, let's say, Lucky Villager 8 years, he did half of what Obaseki has done, Oshumbo 2 years, he did something. Oshumbo 8 years, he did, his own portion. Believe me, by now, those states will have been sending abroad. This now really have, okay, you imagine, look at now. I tell you the truth, don't be surprised if the opposition party, they are trying to score cheap way. But why will you do that? The market, a government union is showed up back. No. Individual all like a good to administer. Even if the government is going to support, government maybe give, like as if the government is give 100 million naira. 100 million naira, because of corruption in Nigeria, we need people more access. Instead of that, but often don't
Okay, thank you, sir. Can I ask you one question, sir?
Very well, sir.
All right, we quite appreciate what you are saying, and we are not directing our topic to the state government. We are talking about in Nigeria as a whole. Now, sir, what is your contribution and what is the way forward based on this topic?
My contribution and the way forward, sir, if let us, one, encourage the governor. You see, he knows what we need, that is electricity. He's investing more there. If the state can boast, so at least 18 hours every day electricity, believe me, most of us here, I'm living in Germany, I'm almost about 2 decades in Germany. Most of us will come, and in those things we are talking about, so we want to come back home and invest and relax there. But without electricity, ọchụ ụtụtụ enyi ya nwa na ụkpamara dike dọkịta fẹ́tọ́bẹ̀ nàìjíríà generator gbogbo anytime ilé ayé wa ìhàrò generator àjọpọ̀ fún mi ní àwọn àfi àárín ní arúgbó dè because àfihàn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbogbo ní àmúwà.
Thank you, sir. Uwese, and your point noted.
So please let us be patient with the governor.
We are not.
We are not getting patient with him.
We are not speaking.
If by the special grace of God, the government 8 years under the next one now we achieve them.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Uwese, sir. Domo, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Uwese. Yeah, I think we need to address some issue this evening. We have gotten to the stage whereby we don't pass the level of sentiment. And this evening we are not speaking against the governor of Edo State. And as a Nigerian, we have every right to say things that are not right, the things our government is supposed to do. We get right to point the attention to her. I will also want to let you know this evening, we are not directing anything to the state government. Did we call Obaseki? No. We are talking about the Nigerian government as a whole and what they need to do. We need to pass that stage of sentiment. We are not under anybody payroll here. We'll come begin to try to the Ghana. No. We don't pass that stage. Talk come at the B. We talk come at the B. So make we not try to come say we are talking against the government. We are not talking about Obaseki here. We are talking about the Nigerian government. If they are be doing what they are doing, we know they where we did so. So that's me for you. And I hold no man apology. The right thing should be done. And we are not talking about Governor Obaseki right now. We are telling them for them to do the right thing. Government across the board. We'll be talking about South, Southwest, Southeast. We take me the wake up. We know what we are talking about.
Let me point out something.
Please go ahead, my brother.
Thank you very much, last caller. Thank you, sir. I understand your enthusiasm as a follower of the governor, which you know very well that we are at the forefront.
We love our personal.
No, but let's go through this. On the 12th of November 2019, on Daily Trust, one Eugene Enaoro, this person don't carry out research. This person can't realize, say, according to World Life Expectancy Report in 2016, it said Nigeria ranked first in the world for death by fire. I want to read them again. No? Say, according to a report that was released by World Life Expectancy Report in 2016, it said Nigeria ranked number 1 in the world. Number 1 in the world when they die by fire. Now, what will be the reason? They said the reason, number 1, now absence of sensitization. Absence of sensitization of fire prevention and escape techniques. Now, why today's topic? They very, very important. You believe, say, if we carry fire sensitization enter market now, say you carry some materials, you carry your PA system, you can say you wan go market, may you go enlighten them about the risks involved in fire outburst. See, if you wan witness am, abeg come we follow go together. I bet with you na 98% of those people wey dey market, if they no pour tomato water for your body, na small go remain.
They will pour pepper for your body.
They go tell you, okay, abeg shift, you dey block my market. That's what they will tell you. And now, according to this report, na Nigeria ranked number 1 when they die by fire. Why? Because of lack of sensitization. Number 1, lack of sensitization. Now, what will it take us? More common body for government. What will it take us, we when dey market, to know say our goods dey market and is dey at risk?
Let me this call. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, my brother.
Good evening, I'll do well, welcome, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
So, I greet you, my fellow brother here. I don't remember in a good evening, bro. I greet
Victor,
you.
good evening, sir.
So, yeah, welcome, bro. So, my name, I'm a Benin boy. So, we are doing Pataki, it's in the year of the,
Domo, sir.
I'm in the So, the thing I me, I just put my broken English so that people will hear it and try to contribute.
Yes.
So, according to my own view, according to my own side, the only step where we supposed to take so this Nigeria will change to be a better place is for the youth to go into politics. So how because if the youth enter politics, this is the only way we will get those new idea, new generation to power where this is they will know how things supposed to be fashion way for country. Because the problem we get is with all those old men, wey be say na dem dey power all over the place wey be say na dem even go local government chairman, dey house of rep, dey senator, we are going nowhere. Because the system wey dem dey follow come right from time, and the way dem take get power enter there, because many don suffer before they enter there. They believe say na my time to chop. If you advise the man, go say leave me na my time. You know as I suffer before I get this position when I do so. So before those things fit change, now for us to all the youth supposed to join together, raise a party. You understand me, sir?
Yes.
We supposed to have a reasonable party for the youth to be say either you be Igbo, you be Yoruba, you be Hausa. I know so many people now they not fit support because all of them they say that they try to want to divide Nigeria. And to divide country not because now they take the culture and not be the way that they do and so not be so they say they divide country. Because in the world we do now, the time don't pass with this na matter of 5 now they say the court country, it don't happen like that again. So this time is for us to raise one party for the youth to say all youth go join, support. And the problem we get is say Nigeria youth they look for person wey be say na saint wey they want put for there and you can never find the saint. Number one thing, as we say we get some of our youth that say that they try. May I not mention name, when they don't say maybe this one can promote this one here. At least everybody they fear, everybody they see what they happen. Somebody like those people say they don't they try to say we they see. We put them there, everybody go support that party because if election comes, sir, now most of us will be youth, now they vote for that country.
Yes.
How many out there they vote? So the problem rely on the youth hand, not on the youth wake up to take the right step they're supposed to do. Like the idea when I be talk so, Nigeria will remain the same, sir. Whether we shout nothing 100 years to come, will remain the same. Because even the youth are the one going on bad mission for all those old men that they use. Even the youth, like the old men take the ring election. Now the youth, so not only all those youth wake up, we be say at least 70% wake up from the youth. Even though they call the youth 30%, at least 70% wake up, we go overpower the 30%. That is the only way Nigeria will change. But with the way things are going, this one not go support this one. Go say leave on, I said do 9 times, leave on. Okay, where we want to be set, we want to for power. We not dey. Let's look for somebody who this will go support. If we don't claim Nigeria, everything don't okay. If we say the person don't fit okay, say they misbehave, we go still vote them out. So from my side, I believe this is the only way because there is nothing that will change without we not involve youth, not being involved for all these politics where they go for Nigeria. So that is my take, sir. Because all they talk now, all this idea they complain now. You know, me I tell you one story, sir. There was a time I tell one pastor, the man not old, he don't reach about 73 years. Yeah, he's about 73 years old. I tell her, sir, this place of they do church now, see how it be, no be. So we come to tell us, okay, I go to okay, I'm going to try to beautify and do so at least. Now, the kind of church people they see now, so that most people the way they attract people when they come. You know what this man tell me? He say he don't do pastor for many years, sir. He say remember those days in Africa, because you know say Europe they come from now, yeah? He said, remember those days in Africa we used to serve God under the trees. He said, "Is this place not better than under the trees?" I just blew my mind. I said, "Oh, this is the reason. If we have these kind of people for power, where people will not fit go forward." In your mind now, because old man believe say that time that they serve God under the tree, even this place of the manage like better pass that time. But to our own generation, now what people they see them may not like him, but to him, he believes say is the best. You understand, sir? Yes. So this is the reason we need all the youth need to come together, raise a party. Everybody will support that party. That is the only way we'll be able to kick out all those old men, then put youth there. Not the only president, even as governor, as local government chairman. Then those youth that they will come on and I get all these ideas and what they talk. So now they go understand all these things. And not even all youth will understand because of their pocket. They say, "Now my chairman, now my chairman, now my chairman." Even though chairman they keep the future of your children, they will not concern them. So I believe this will be the only way things will change for good, sir. So that's my contribution. Don't sir, and I do well. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Brilliant contribution for the sake of time, and we don't make our stand, and we will continue to talk about CDB. One of the major problems we actually get for Nigeria, we see a lot of persons, they like to be on a good book. You want to stand on a fence. So that even if you want fall, you feel for come here, you feel for come there. For us to get to zenith, we must go back to zero to find out what is responsible for zero. If we are able to diagnose the secret behind zero, the heading to zenith will become very easy. Become very easy. Now I control my emotion. Because the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. So all stakeholders, security agency, I beg, make una step up security for all our markets. Enough is enough of this fire outbreak. Enough. A lot of persons now, they want to know they're completely poor. In fact, the poverty could finish them now because they don't fit take care of their family again. Now all these things we talk. You, when they collect money, they bomb people. But this one, make we find out. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, hello, Apostle.
Yeah, Domosa.
Yeah, Koyo, I agree to. Brother Victor, I agree.
Good evening,
well
sir.
done, well work. Yeah, I just want to shook a little mouth for this matter with the girl.
Okay, sir.
I've been listening to everything on the office. You will make very vital point. Government not fit to everything.
Yes, sir.
But government is a body that creates avenue for private sector to come together with whatever they will use to, help the society, neither to help their own vision. This security matter we be talking about here. Yes, in that world we get different companies. They are security agents. You understand me? Someday they pass their rep with government. Which if you see them, you go even their uniform is even accredited to kind of a design of the outfit of the council, of the local council. So you could just know say this one are government worker. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
And secondly, when you go see another security agent, their outfit go see different. So you could just know say this one another body. But none of them function without government approval. Now, individuals still contract their security agents that will guide their affairs, that will guide their enterprise. You understand me? Like all these shopping mall. People will get shopping mall. Then they get security with the guide them. You understand? This market we talk about now, security now is supposed to guide them, not the government. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
So now be the thing. And this fire service where you see they talk about now. Now government still give the room to the person, the license to the person when one bring that thing come up. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
We discussed one time about ambulance. As I talk to you, yeah. Ambulance, yeah. When they be used here, even the color, you go know say this color of this ambulance, now they serve this city. You understand me?
Yes.
So when you see another ambulance with another design, another color, you go know say this one a personal private ambulance. So all these things we they talk about, so all of the things they under government watch. So not everything what they call government. The problem is that Brother Victor talk and say that because we don't get system where they work. If the time we get system where they work, people go they invest on all these things because they know say they will get their return.
Yeah.
Therefore, when they get all these things here, then they get their money. Go rich. See, people when they carry our waste bin, people when they carry our waste bin. Now we don't see them. We don't pay them. Now government will they pay too. You understand me? And government they collect the money every month. Government the government they bring the bill at the end of the year. So government they come serve you the bill. Say this one are waiting correspond to your waste bill from January to December. That company now, nothing concern the company. But the company must come take every waste that you have deposited in the waste bin. They don't carry a commode. You don't concern them. So it still be for those who they sweep the road. You understand me?
Yes.
So the problem is the system. So we just see happy say, okay, we get a governor when they try to bring up a kind of a system which if you don't build on this state, even though it don't still come out, another person will still come will still begin to build on that system. So now be the thing, we don't get system at all. So that system, so now nobody talking the build. But me don't care about whether it do something or do something. But I they care about the vision of the system when you want to come table. That initiative, I know say not be one day go take materialize, but as we dey talk am so, everybody will buy into all these things. So river dey there to get water, e many everywhere. Yes. If fire service no get water, helicopter go at the river there, so e go touch there, carry water, go dey spread am for where fire dey burn. Do you understand me? So what are we talking about? So we just pray, make this governor continue to do wetin he get for mind, make the Igbo people leave am, make the guy continue to build this institution. Na wetin we need be that. You understand me? So I pray for this topic. Make everybody with that vision, make a sit back to this topic and get your point. This is my contribution. God bless you.
Amen. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
My God don't put man for everything. And we will continue to do everything we're supposed to do to ensure that we get our community day safe. If you be anybody for this stage, now you dey put fire for our market, now God will punish you.
Amen.
Now God will punish you. Now God will punish you. If you be anybody who be say now you dey support the fire wey they put for our market, now so people go see support the day when they see burn you down. Because now wetin man plant, now go reap. We don't talk our own, and they will continue to dey talk and still dey be.
All right, I believe say we don't fear address the issue of this fire outburst for those states, and make some of us more understand this topic well. This topic now to spot at pressing issues and present them before the table of the government and also necessary stakeholders to know say e be like say we really need to point hand and put touch for wetin these people from Tokam Asibi take present. Before we draw a curtain, we say we advise the state government, make the state government through the fire service identify hot spots where this thing dey happen for Edo State. Make they identify hot spots where this thing dey happen for Edo State. Number one. Number two, in as much as say we know say the project to a very large extent, if he hits anybody for chest, then that means there could be partnership. If they don't identify the hot spots where this fire outburst they always occur, and most times na marketplace. Me I know say if government come say for the now please my people, we will be able to support this project 70%. We don't know if una fit help us with 30%. I know that the people will be willing. That for the government to partner with the people. Why? Because when the last caller talk, he talk about security for markets. And me I remember say if you pass through Selu market for Ogbowo around something from 6 p.m, 7 p.m, 8 p.m. in the evening, you will see state vigilante for there. Those state vigilante, they there.
Yeah.
Now, why are they there? They are there to ensure that the lives and property of people when they sell for market at that point in time, they secured. Why? Because of the records when they don't already get over the time. So they don't identify that place as hotspot. So this is now why they say it go dey advisable for the government to identify the hotspot where this fire dey occur. And then government will come, so okay, fine. Most times na market dey occur. If that's the case, now we are going to station a mobile firefighting service for each market. Or you build what's it called, borrow for the market. Ensure say the water go round, so that if anything happen, the people can start fighting before we come. This na the reason why we present this topic before the good people of Edo State today.
Now do well. Now so we want to can read this evening. More not go talk wetin God not put for our mouth. I believe say the point, we don't create the point. Make everybody go sit down, go diagnose am. E no go dey bad. Say to fire service, ambulance, they each of the local governments. If God will get two, already will get two, Bubaka will get two. So that's what it's supposed to be. And by the grace of God, with the institution where the government they put on grant, I believe God will help am to feel carry out all the thing we dey in mind. And all of us, we will join hands together to make Edo State great. Making Edo great, not be one man job, not everybody work. And we must put hands together to do the right thing. A community where good people for keep quiet and brother will continue to be general overseer. That's the reason why some of us don't talk, say we need to keep quiet again. We go to talk and see the be, so that things will change for us, for our country, and for Nigeria. Now God will bless all of us when He put mouth for this evening matter. Thank you for all the contribution, all the comments, and God will bless una. The way una they support us, now they share the broadcast, they invite una friends, and God will bless all of una. We know they take una simplicity for granted. No. For you to even subscribe to come listening to us, make contribution. It's not easy now. It's not easy. And God will bless all of una. Una do well.
Thank you so very much for tuning in with us again today. Don't forget that we love you, we respect you, and we honor you. My name still remains Victor Olise.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Good night.
Now we don't hear from Apostle Alfred Uyinosa. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you now with this video, make you help us share them. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.